Hello, fellow Mark. Wait, something doesn't feel right. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's much better. I can see now. All right, let's get started. Let's do it again. Hello, fellow marketers. I'm Brian Bowie, and welcome to another episode of Directive R&D. And today we're going to be reviewing another landing page test. It's not an A/B test since we tested many different variables, but we saw major improvements in conversion rates. So you're going to want to stick around to find out how. So without further ado, let me share my screen and make my face a lot smaller. Here we go. Cool. So with this test, we were using a gated content report as our main offer, more of a top of funnel campaign, but we weren't seeing the conversion rates that you would typically expect and want to see from this type of campaign, especially at the top of the funnel when we're just trying to generate demand very early on and work on the awareness and the education to our target audience. So our first variant, our control variant, as you can see right in the middle of my screen, is what you typically see. A little bit of context on the left into the value you get from the report, and then a short form on the right, some social proof, and that's it. We weren't seeing the results that we wanted. We saw a 2% conversion rate, and we had a hypothesis that, so unlike in a previous episode, we talked about the Gartner MQ and how when we took off the magic quadrant, it actually improved conversion rates because users were already seeing the report or seeing the positioning within the report, and they didn't need the report to get that information. On this case, with this different Gartner content report, our hypothesis was that if we included more content around the different components or sections and topics you would learn about within the report, that you would be more interested in diving in to see the full report. So we created a longer page for this gated content piece offer. And not only that, we tested a pretty unique form experience that you don't see often, where all the context on the left was left aligned. And then on the right, this form always stuck with you while you're scrolling with the page. So at any time, even if we are at the bottom of the page, you would still see the form on the right. You wouldn't click a button to like anchor you to a different place on the page. So we gave the convenience of having the form there, where at any point they saw a different value prop from this content piece, they could download the full thing just by filling out the form on the right that stuck with them throughout. So it was an anchored scrolling form, and we ran this test using Unbound. So we know it's possible to use some custom script to anchor this form here and allow that to go through. So although rather a drastic test, we saw our conversion rates improve from 2% to 12% with a lot of different changes. But when you aren't seeing the results that you want to see, sometimes it requires more lift with more impactful changes and more bold hypothesis. So hope that test inspired you, whether it was adding more context to your top of funnel offers, or whether it was the layout and design of the page with the form being anchored on the right alongside with your scroll. But yeah, hopefully you took something out of this, and I will see you next time in the Directive R&D lab. Thank you.